you've been following the channel, then you've seen recently I added a couple of LED strips for our camp kitchen. Sometimes you just want more light, whether it's showing up at a campground late or your campsite, or just later in the season when it starts getting darker earlier, you need some extra light. So this is a really cheap, simple solution. I'm this old now. This is another set of lights for another project that hopefully someday will come to fruition. These are called LED Innovation Ultra Bright Flex Strip Lights. These are pretty cool. Yeah, these are for another project, but same lights, only these are the clear version that I used for our camp kitchen. I bought some of these connectors here. They got this little water resistant, watertight sort of seal. Even though I put it on the inside, it's still a Jeep, so you get your leaks in there. So that's what I used, and I'll kind of show you how I ran this. But I'm actually drawing the power and connected to the power box I built a while back. All this stuff was ordered from Amazon. You got your LED or USB charging ports. Got your power socket that when we're driving, usually this powers the refrigerator. I like to know where I'm at, so I bought the one that came with a voltage reading. And then later on, I added that switch for the camp kitchen lights. So I'm going to show you how I wired the LED lights into the power box and the power box to the battery. So I started off running wire there's a wire harness that runs along the lower door jamb right inside the Jeep doors. So I followed that path, brought it up, and ran a fuse to right off the battery, off the terminal lugs there, and fused the line going back. Some people say I should have fused every link in that, or every outlet in that box, but I did it pretty simple. I just ran one fuse, so if there's too much draw, it'll drop the whole box. I don't have anything important running off it, life support, so I don't care if the whole box drops off. It's one fuse to change at a time. This box is, I believe it was called a hobby box. It's just a plain black box that I had to drill the holes in. It's got a cover that is about 3/8 of an inch right here with 4 screws. I velcroed it to the bottom and put a little velcro on the back wall so it stays put pretty well. And I wired in, jumpered all the power to the back of all the outlets and the meters. So at first I didn't have the switch to the lights. I just had that much, but I left room on it for a bottom row of whatever I may want to add to it. So this wire loom that comes out right here, this just runs back and runs along and follows the factory wire loom that runs down along the bottom of the doors and up through the firewall. So for my camp kitchen lights, I added this switch in, just took this out, drilled that, and wired the power to it. From that wire loom, you can see right here where I split off from that, and I just ran that along and popped out. I used, like I said, I used this type of connector, so if I do get to a point where I want to take my hardtop off again, I can just unplug right here, tuck this under, it's out of the way, and I ran the wire loom up. Use your preferred splicing methods, whether you want to solder, use butt joints, whatever, that's up to you. Following that up and just peel and stick where you want it. So, and then the second one, just like so simple, just peel and stick that, bring the wire up, make sure connections, tidy it up so it stays where you want it. It was that simple and so inexpensive. It's working great. My wife loves having that light when we need it. You've probably noticed it in a video or two that when we've used them, but it's been great. We've got the 2 tables, excuse the mess in the Jeep and the shop, but so we're having the 2 tables. That's kind of why I went with two strips side by side. I know they make the ones that are the length, full length, and they wire in, somehow they tap into the power here. But sorry, I'm bouncing the camera all around. But it just works really well. If you're standing in the middle, you're not blocking either way, you're not blocking the light. Each side lights up its own table. So that was kind of the idea of that, is that if, like I said, if I'm standing in the middle, I'm not blocking any of the light from where I'm working. It's all directly over the top of it, left or right. Swing the camera all around on you again, so I'll have to edit some of this. But it was really simple and very effective. We're really happy with it. So yeah, it was, like I said, just super simple, very cheap. Like I said, I think the lights were, I think the last time I checked, they were like 28 bucks a set, or 20, somewhere between 25 and 30 bucks a set at Meijer. I bought a set of those switches. I think it came in like a pack of a dozen for 6 or 8 bucks from Amazon. So that was really cheap. Just some wire and wire loom I had from other projects laying around. So super simple, super cheap. Let me know if you got any questions on how. I mean, it was pretty simple, but if you got questions or just want to make comments, I'm sure there's plenty of comments out there telling me I should have done it this way or that way. Feel free to throw those out there as well. I like to reply to all the comments. But yeah, if you like the, if you'd like to see more of what we've done, comment on that. Give us a like, subscribe. I appreciate it. We broke the 100 subscribers. Thanks to everybody for that. So what's next? We're gonna keep pushing and try to get that number up. So let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything else about our Jeep. One of these days I'm going to do a full walk around and get into detail about what all of the our navigation, our air compressor, all of the ads, all the mods we've done. So hopefully I'll get to that one of these days. But let me know if you got any questions, anything else you want to see. And thanks for watching.